Hello, my name is Michaela. I chose to do my interview with Christine Ignacio from Stanford Healthcare. I chose to interview Christine Ignacio, who has been a nurse for 14 years. She works in dermatologic surgery at Stanford Healthcare, and she's also my coworker. I chose to interview her because I really admire her hard work, her leadership, and the way that she interacts with others. She oversees 7 other nurses, 10 medical assistants, and works under 1 surgeon. The department itself is a bustling, fast-paced environment. Christine's leadership style is identified as directive. Christine delegates roles to other nurses and medical assistants to ensure that all the necessary work is being taken care of. With everyone taking on their own roles, they can promptly complete all their daily tasks and care for all the patients in the clinic. Due to the fast-paced environment, it is essential that everyone understands their roles and completes their work on time. By being able to trust that the staff completes their work, the department can run smoothly and address any issues that may come up. Something that I admire about Christine is that she's a very hard worker. She works very efficiently and quickly and can effectively communicate with other staff members. She ensures that everyone is doing their work correctly and educates them on a faster, more efficient ways to get their tasks done. Christine is always checking on every other patient and their charts and ensures that all patients get the necessary care. She is very detail-oriented and monitors everyone's work that they are completing. Christine does not see herself as the lead nurse. She believes that all nurses share similar responsibilities and are trained to be interchangeable. For that reason, the department, there are very strict protocols in place to ensure that all nurses complete each task the same way to avoid things falling through the cracks. Once again, Christine's leadership style is directive. This matches Christine's style because it creates a very strict protocol and evaluates job performance and patient care. The quotes that she felt strongly about were being in the top position prevents leadership by persuasion because a single chief holds too much power. And the second quote is, in the end, the chief becomes a performer, not a natural person. And essential creative power diminishes. Based on her responses, I narrowed down the 3 themes that are essential in healthcare to ensure that adequate patient care is provided and that a team is successful and the dynamics are positive. Being an ethical leader in healthcare goes beyond patient confidentiality and touches on an array of responsibilities and duties one must take to provide adequate care to a patient. One must keep in mind the quality of the care, the effectiveness of their efforts, focus on the patient and the medical needs. By doing so, one can ensure that all patients receive care promptly. As a healthcare leader, one must also keep in mind their efforts are not just for the patient that they are working with directly, but also the next patient that comes in and the overall health of the community. When a healthcare employee works with a patient, they give all their efforts to ensure that they receive the best outcome and are assisted in a productive and supportive way. Recently, the healthcare system has had to reevaluate policies and procedures with the COVID-19 pandemic. The healthcare system has to focus on ensuring all patients receive adequate patient care. Currently, the extra precautions and policies in place are to protect patients, community members, and hospital staff. These efforts are to ensure that those in need of medical attention receive the care they need while keeping others safe. The mission statement of Stanford Healthcare is healing humanity through science and compassion, one patient at a time. At Stanford Healthcare, we seek to provide patients with the very best diagnosis, treatment, and with outstanding quality, compassion, and coordination. In the article, The Effect of Nurses, Ethical Leadership and Ethical Climate Perceptions on Job Satisfaction, researchers examine if there is any correlation between ethical leadership and job performance. They found that, in fact, there is a positive correlation. This was also influenced by their educational status, the length of their service, and the workplace culture and values. It is essential to align oneself with the values of their workplace. By doing so, one can better understand the purpose of the specific policies, and it helps create a positive work environment where everyone is working towards a common goal. In the article, Principles of Ethical Leadership, the authors touch on the importance of ethical principles. Ethical principles are the foundation of the values of the organization. Based on that foundation, hospital leaders can focus on the goals at hand, such as patient care, effectiveness, and any challenges that may come up. By aligning oneself with the organization's mission, leaders can address issues on hand and make decisions confidently. When speaking with Christine, she touched on one of the most significant difficulties she has as a leader, and that is confronting coworkers when issues arise. She says it can be uncomfortable when a person is a friend or a superior, but one must put those things aside when considering patient care. Ensuring that no corners are cut and all issues and concerns are addressed, it makes it easier to ensure that the best care can be provided to patients. It can be difficult when one feels like they might be stepping on someone's toes or rubbing someone the wrong way, but you have to put all that aside and address what needs to be corrected and done right. Ensuring that there is consistency throughout a team and their work is done, one can ensure that patients receive the best care and the team can work quickly and efficiently. Any difficult conversations can help the consistency of patient care and ensures that the team communicates efficiently. Team dynamics can sometimes be tricky, although it can be difficult when working with strong personalities, friends, and even people who do not see eye to eye with you. It is essential that one has an open line of communication. Creating a work environment where people feel free to communicate any concerns and collaborate is essential when analyzing the best course of action for patient care. During my interview with Christine, she stated, "What we're all here for is patient's best outcome." This statement allowed insight into what motivates her and her priorities, and that is patient care. Often, healthcare can be treated as a business, but it is essential to remember one's purpose and their role in the lives of patients' needs. In the article, Managing the Conflict Between Individual Needs and Group Interests, Ethical Leadership in Healthcare Organization, they examine medical directors who work within the UK National Health Service and how they respond to moral dilemmas in their roles as healthcare leaders. They found that if the dilemma is to show itself on one level of the organization, the chances are that they will also see the same issue emerge on another level. It is essential to address conflicts and sticky situations as they arise, avoid a more significant issue, and to ensure that everyone can perform their job to the best of their ability. It is vital as a leader to have strong interpersonal skills, knowledge, and understanding to serve staff efficiently. In the journal Gaining Clinical Wisdom from Adversity, Nurse Leadership, Ethical Conflict, and Resilience Experiences, the authors touch on the importance of training nurses effectively. Healthcare can be a very fast-paced and stressful environment, and nurses must have good understanding of ethical leadership. To ensure this, the authors believe that there should be an increase in training. Healthcare workers must address ethical conflicts that challenge their beliefs successfully. By having a good understanding of their ethics, leaders can uphold their ethical codes, create collaborative environments, and confidently address issues at hand. During my interview, Christine touched on the importance of being an authentic leader. She believed that being an authentic leader is crucial as it allows one to make more genuine connections with others. By creating genuine connections, one can inspire and lead others more effectively. By doing so, one can build trust with their employees, and there is a sense of accountability that comes into play as well. Authors speak of the importance of an authentic leader in the journal titled Authentic Leaders Creating Healthy Work Environments for Nursing Practice. They describe the authentic leader as the glue that holds together a healthy work environment. As an authentic leader, one can create an environment of compassion, reliability, and trustworthiness, which are all factors needed for positive growth. Christine believes that as an authentic leader, one can make more significant change as their beliefs and motives align with the organization's mission or ideals. Valuing the other people's opinions and inputs allows team members to grow and learn from each other. Christine stated that she believes that shared ethical beliefs and similar motives can allow for a team to be on the same page and work actively towards a common goal. In the article titled Authentic Leadership and Nurses, Voice Behavior and Perceptions of Care Quality, the authors address authentic leadership and the effects on nursing staff in particular. They found that authentic leadership allowed for trust to be made, engagement to increase, and quality of care to increase as well. By creating genuine relationships, they found that they can improve the quality of care and better their working conditions. Authentic leadership is a significant step towards being fair and an effective leader. By being an authentic leader, one can build trust, nurture a healthy working environment, and give colleagues attention and support. It is vital as a leader to be honest and to have high ethical standards when guiding a team. As a leader, you must set the bar for others' performance, and it falls on the leader to encourage others to be authentic. When one is authentic, they can build trust, better work performance, and create a safe and supportive work environment. By creating a positive work environment, others can take refuge in that. If the work environment is toxic, unproductive, and unsupportive, employees can feel burnt out, act out, and ultimately leave the organization. In the video featured titled, What's Love Got to Do with It? Leadership in an Era of Healthcare, Susan Carter speaks on bringing more heart into healthcare instead of focusing on the business aspects. She touches on the importance of remembering one's purpose and the passion that drives one's work. Susan speaks of the horizontal model in healthcare and the value of implementing it in the Netherlands. By changing from a hierarchical to a horizontal leadership model, we must ensure that all team members feel valued and heard. Reminding others that they have a purpose and meaning behind their work can help morale and gently remind employees of their impact. Creating a team and allowing all to feel psychologically safe requires all to be vulnerable, transparent, and authentic. Doing so encourages people to take risks, try new things, and to allow the group to flourish and be successful. This requires leaders to make decisions based on ethics and not just by outside pressures that might be thrust upon them. By doing so, one can align their values with those of the organization. In conclusion, ethics in healthcare are very important, and that goes beyond just patient confidentiality. As healthcare leaders, one must think of the whole community and everyone's health and safety. By acting ethically, one can ensure that a patient has the best outcome and that all issues are addressed in the correct manner. With the COVID-19 pandemic, it is even more important to keep in mind the ethics of healthcare. Ethical decision-making is a very important component of patient care, and for that reason, it is important that all members of a team are fully educated on what that entails. Ethical decision-making can make a large difference on the efficiency of a team and their ability to address any conflicts that may arise. Although it can be uncomfortable to address conflicts, it is a very important part of any team dynamic. As a leader, one must address these difficult issues and tackle the issue at hand, especially when it comes to job performance. Not everybody is perfect, and that's why it is important for a leader to be authentic and show those weaker sides to them. And by doing so, they can show their team that there's always room for growth. By being transparent, you are then a role model, and your consistent behavior can then motivate the team to really do their best. By creating a safe working environment, a leader can inspire others and uplift them. When authentic leadership is neglected, it can lead to a toxic work environment where employees are unproductive and unsupported. By reminding others of their impact and the significance of their work, we can create positive working environments and really ensure that patients get the best care that they can get and continue to grow and better the healthcare system of the specific organization.